Assalamu alaikum Wakaye. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. This is the midweek recap where we review the performance of Gambian foreign or professional players over the course of the midweek. This midweek there were not a lot of games, mostly cup games here and there, but there were some Gambian players who were in action in terms of league football as well. So we will recap the main performance or the key performances over the course of the midweek. And also, of course, CAF Awards ceremony was, they announced their nominations for various categories. Of course, Gambia happens to be in one or two categories. So we will discuss that and where we feel maybe there should have been a Gambian or stuff like that. So yeah, but first of all, guys, I would like to apologize for the video I recorded yesterday. I'm sure you guys saw it. That is the Player of the Month video where I was talking about the nominations, who was the Player of the Month and stuff like that. The video was quite low. The volume of the video was quite low, which I am very aware of. I'm very sorry for that. It was because of my mic was not in the right position, and I did not realize it until after I recorded. So yeah, I should have maybe recorded the video again, but I've already uploaded it, and many people have watched the video. All you have to do is you just have to up your volume very loud so that you can hear what I was saying in that video. So I'm very sorry. Hopefully that will not happen again. That will be the last time that will happen. But guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Let me just mention again the player of the month. Of course, is Modlamin Sonko, and I know many people have concerns with Modlamin Sonko because of his potential to play for Sweden. Of course, I have that concern myself. But like I say, for us here, as long as you don't represent your national team or the other national team that is possible, in his case is Sweden, as long as you don't represent the senior national team or you did not come out like categorically or tell the coach that you're not gonna play for the team, you wanna play for Sweden or you wanna play for another country, we treat you as a Gambian. We give you the same treatment as we give any Gambian because we want to get the best players in the Gambia. So if we are avoiding them when they have not made any decisions, then we don't show any love for them. We don't show them any form of appreciation. Once they make their decisions, then we have to respect their decisions. Like I say, their decision is their decision. They have two options. They have two choices. So if you have two choices, you have to take one at the end of the day. And if they don't choose us, they choose the other side. We just have to understand and then let it go. But for now, he is available or he's a potential Gambia player, so we will consider him in our selection. That's why he was part of the nominations because he had an exceptional month. He was one of the best performing Gambians during the month, and people did vote him in. At the end of the day, we did not decide who is the player of the month. We threw it back to our audience to vote who will be the player of the month, and he came out on top in terms of vote because of his performance. So people are not biased. They just see what they saw and then they make like they make their own choices. And then he came out with about 39% of the vote. Second place was Musa Jata, who had an exceptional month himself, had about 30% of the month. So yeah, Modlamin Sonko is the player of the month for October. As long as he's available for us, he will be considered next month if he do well, and he has not made any decision on his next step, or he has not represented the Swedish senior national team. Then we will consider his performance again, and then give him all the chance possible. So that is what we do. We don't know if that's the right thing or not the right thing to do. I don't know, but that is how we do it. And yeah. Next we talk about the CAF awards. The national team category. Gambia is one of 10 countries, which is we should be very proud of that because there are 54 countries in Africa. To be one of that 10, one of those 10 teams recognized as the best nation or the best nations in the best national team, then I think that is something to be very proud of. Yeah, because we had a very good 2023, to be honest. We qualified for the African Cup of Nations again, and the under 20 team did an exceptional job. They went to the African Cup of Nations all the way to the finals. They lost the finals to Senegal. They went to the World Cup. They did better than all the African teams that went to the World Cup. They qualified for the second rounds, which I think Senegal they did not even qualify. Yeah. So yeah, if you look at it that way, the under 20 on the national team, I think we have been exceptional. We had an exceptional year. We had a very good year, and long may it continue. Um, Hopefully the next year we'll be talking about maybe different categories like the Chan team. We're talking about the our under 17 team, which is also very important. It's also crucial for our development. So we should up our level on those area. But yeah, kudos to anybody, everybody who has contributed to make ensuring that the national team is at this level, starting from the government. Even though we still criticize them for not doing enough, they can still do way more. GFF, because they are the ones in office right now, and it's under their tenure that we this happened. So we have to give them credit for that. The coach, Tom Senfit, he is the one who leads this team. Lai Boyang, who captain, who coached the under 20 team, he's also he's the one who lead them to the AFCON and the World Cup. So he had a big role in that, as well as the players from the national team to the junior team. So everybody should be proud of themselves. Everybody should be proud to see the country in this situation, as well as we the fans. We should be very proud. We are very we it's the fans who we do everything possible to watch our country. These are the things that make us proud. So anybody in the Gambia, even the female team, of course this is the main team, but even the female players, the female categories, everybody should be proud of this moment to see Gambia's name being recognized amongst the top 10 teams in Africa. So yeah, kudos to everyone who has contributed to that. Next, hopefully we win it. But I think if you ask me, well, I would say Senegal is gonna win that because of what they have done during the year. They have won the African Cup of Nations. They qualified for the African Cup of Nations. Qualified for the World. Of course, those things happened last year, and then their Chan team came and won the Chan competition. They are under 17 won the under 7, under 21 the under 20, and then they are all going to the World Cup in different categories. So yeah, without being biased, I think Senegal deserve that award. But to have Gambia alongside Senegal and other countries, it's just beautiful and something we are very, very proud of as Gambians. To be honest, I am really proud to see this happen. The coach of the month, coach of the year. We have we have about two Senegalese coaches. The under 20, the Chan team coach, that is Pap Chow and Ali Cisse. They have two coaches, but our man is there, Tom Saintfield. Of course, he's not he's not the bread and butter of every guy, and especially when it comes to tactical football. But you have to give him his flowers. He has done something that we have been dreaming for all our lives. I can remember when I was back home. Every time I don't used to miss Gambian game. Like when we play at home, I'm always in the stadium watching the game, and always with the dream of making it to the African Cup of Nations, which never materialized. I never thought we would do it. Tom came and did it for us, and then he repeat the same feat with the national team. So back to back African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Tom Saintfield, yeah, he is the greatest Gambian coach we ever have. Some people may not like to hear that, but he is the greatest Gambian coach we ever have because of the achievements that he done for the country. So we should always give him that. And under very difficult circumstances, you will have to say, because he does not get the necessary support, he does not get enough support from those that are supposed to help him. That is the GFF, the government, for example. If you look at his games in 2023, Gambia played 4 games, only 4 games, and those 4 games were at the World Cup AFCON qualifiers. We played against South Sudan. That was the 2-2 draw. We played home and away legs against. No, that was the 3-2 draw against South Sudan. We played the home and away leg against Mali. That is, we lost to Mali 1-2-0 in Bamako, and then we won 1-0 in the second leg. And then we played against Congo. That was the 2-2 draw. This were the only 4 games the Gambia national team played in 2023 so far. Of course, we will play the World Cup qualifiers upcoming December. So, in all, if you look at all the fixtures, we played only 6 games. We will play only 6 games during this particular year. Yes, I'm sure Tom is nominated because of his taking the Gambia to the African Cup of Nations again, and of course winning 2 out of his 4 games that he played so far, as well as only losing 1. But they are not helping him. Like, you look at every other country, they are playing at least every international break they use it. We have already wasted 3 slots in the international break so far. We wasted the last one, and then after our African Cup of Nations qualifier, they wasted it. So which also is reflected on our FIFA ranking. Our FIFA ranking is not moving Gambia, because if you move from 120 to 118, that is not movement for me. That is just, you are just around there. Maybe just teams that are not doing well, just going past you, yeah, or just teams that are not doing well, maybe just drop a little bit. But like with what to be recognized as the best coach in the year, I think that should reflect on your national team's performance and rankings and all those kind of things. But our ranking is not moving anywhere. It's not moving. It's just fluctuating around that 120 mark since we qualify for the African Cup of Nations. So it does not help much. Yeah, Tom, he has been exceptional, and he has his own style of play, which not everybody like it. But of course, at the end of the day, the most important thing as a coach is winning. It's about the results, and he has given us the results we want. He in every competition he's gone, so we have to give him his flowers. And CAF are recognizing his work. That's why he's been nominated for the second time for Coach of the Year, African Coach of the Year. So congratulations, Coach Tom Senfield. This is the year. We are very proud of you. Long may it continue for him as well, and we wish him all the best in the World Cup qualifier, upcoming World Cup qualifiers, as well as the African Cup of Nations. Hopefully, he will, take us to, he will get us good results and, make another good account of his team in those competitions, which he has done in the last African Cup of Nations. So, congratulations, Coach Tom Jambanga. And then next, the young player of the year, this one is really surprising. It's really, really surprising, because if you look at the landscape, when you look at the African competition landscape, you look at the youth team categories, I think one of the most talked about names in African youth team is Adama Bojang. Is Adama Bojang Adama Bojang, the Gambia under 20. He is the most talked about player. So to not see him getting nominated for this young player award, it was very surprising, because if you look at his performance, he went to the African Cup of Nations. Yes, Senegal were the champions. They won all the games. They did not concede. But close second was Gambia. Gambia finished runner-up in that competition. And then these two teams went to the World Cup under 20. And guess what? Gambia did better than Senegal in the World Cup under 20. Despite having a very difficult draw, Gambia only got eliminated by the champions. That was Uruguay in that competition. Adama Bojang made a good account of himself, scoring two wonderful goals in the first game against Uruguay. And, he was a talk of everyone, not just Gambians. FIFA were even recognizing, him, taking his jersey and stuff like that. The kid has been in exceptional form in 2023. I know Senegal has some exceptional players. We have four nominees from the Senegal national team, or from the Senegal youth team. That is Amara, Pap Diop, Papa Diallo, and Lamine Camara. These are all, worthy players. And also the other players. I cannot say much about the other players because I have not watched them. I know Ouattara, he plays in Bournemouth in England, so I know a little bit of him. Because I was not been following the under 17 African Cup of Nations and stuff like that, because Gambia was not there. So you know, but if you look at the performance of Adama Bojang, if you look at the name, if you look at the hype around Adama Bojang, I think if he was from any other country, if he was from any country, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, these big countries, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, if he was from any of these countries, his name will be on this list, 100%. The only reason we don't see him in this list is because maybe he's from Gambia, to be honest. Because he was exceptional in that year. So he should have been nominated. He was one of the best players. Going up to the final against Senegal in the African Cup of Nations, he was up with Pap Diop for the best player of the tournament, and or the leading goal scorer for that tournament. Of course, Lamine Camara ended up winning the player of the tournament in that competition, but Adama Bojang was the most talked about player. And then he followed that up by doing a very good competition in the World Cup, playing a very good competition in the World Cup, which some of the players like Lamine Camara, he did not participate in the World Cup because the club did not allow them to go. So Adama Bojang should have been there, just judging by his performance on the international scene for Gambia, youth level, that is the African Cup and the World Cup. Another player I know people will mention is Yanko Aminte. he has been exceptional. But for him, I can understand why he is not nominated because he was not playing for the Gambia in the under 20 World Cup. He was not playing for the Gambia in the under 17 World Cup. I am sure those competitions would have carried a lot of weight for him. But even though he had a very good competition for his clubs and stuff like that, because if you look other youth players like Adingra, he had an exceptional club season, but he was not involved in the youth competitions for in the African youth competition. Maybe he too, if he was involved, Adingra of Brighton, the Ghanaian player, he could have been also nominated, but he is not. So Yanko Minte, I can understand. To be honest, I think he's better. He's one of the best young players in Africa. So if you just judge him by who's best, Yanko Minte will be there. But this is not by that. It's their performance over the course of the year, and Adam Obojang deserves to be in this list. That is my opinion, and I'm fuming that he is not there. To be honest, I'm fuming. Finally, let's talk about the performance of the week. We start with Tambedu, Buwata Tambedu in Estonia. His team drew 3-3. He scored the equalizing goal in the final minute, and he was named in their team of the week. He's been doing very well. Last week he scored 2. This week he followed that with another goal. So he scored back to back. That's good to see. Steck also played in that game, but the game was 3-3. But to be honest, I saw the goal. I saw the highlights. I think he could have done better in one of the goals, especially the second one. He didn't close his angles very well, and they score. You don't never allowed a goal from your post, like from your near post. Always cover that post fully, and Steck did not. So the second goal, I will blame it on him. But the other two goals, the other one was a penalty, and the first one was a mistake from their defender. But the second goal he could have done was much better. Yeah, they were both in action. The game ended 3-3 for Paide. Another player who's on fire is Jibril Silla. People are talking about him, Jibril Silla. He plays for Azam in Tanzania. He's doing an exceptional job, to be honest. If you see his highlights, you see the goals he scored, and he's scoring some good goals. He also scored back to back, I believe. He scored and assisted this time. They won 3-0. They are the third place. They are third on the table in the Tanzanian league. I saw Space TV. Space, of course, one of the most prominent followers of Gambian football, especially when it comes to the local front. He knows all the players. Like what he knows about Gambian players, I'm not sure there are many who know about that. Those players playing at the local front. He said he's like Tom said to replace Adam Aboyang, Yankuba Minte with Jibril Silla, and he's also a left-footed player. That's what he said, I wouldn't disagree with Steve with Space when he gives his opinion about Gambian footballers, because he knows these players, he watched them, and Silla is doing very well right now. So hopefully Tom will consider him. I know Tom, he does not always consider players playing. He always like to keep his players playing in Europe, but hopefully he will consider Jibril Silla, and maybe he can come and help, because we are facing the injury crisis up top. Yankuba Minte, we will not be able to use his services in the World Cup qualifiers. Another player who could come back to the team is Janko Sedi. He was also in action in midweek. He played in 90 minutes, scored his first goal for Young Boys in the Cup. They won 2-0. Ibrahim Akoli was also in action. He also played 90 minutes in that game. So it's good to see, the Gambian players playing again, because also in right back we are struggling. Like I say, we have an injury crisis defensively. Omar Koli is out. I've not seen Noha Sonko in their team in the last 2 games. He was not in the squad at all, so I don't know what that means. If it is an injury, or if it is like they drop him, or I don't know anything. So we just have to wait and see on that one. But it's good to see Janko Sedi also coming back into the fray. He's one of the most experienced players we have in the squad, and of course I know he has his opinion on what Tom should do. He should be playing, but hopefully they will resolve that, because he's experienced and he's playing at the top level at the moment. So having these kind of players only makes the team better, in my opinion. Bakary Diatta, he also was in action in the cup, came off the bench, scored a goal for his club, and he's continued with his good form. I think he has always been in form. For him, it's just we have to wait and see when he will decide and say, okay, I'm gonna play for the Gambia, or if ever that will happen. But yeah, he's one of us. So yeah, we continue to wish him well, and we are always happy to see him do well in his games. And finally, this one we should have been covered last week. Siif San, he finally make his debut for Slavia Prague. Of course, he came and then got injured. His problem has been injury for the past few seasons, but he's a very very good player, and with a lot of experience playing at the highest level now. Playing European competitions with Molde and Slavia Prague. Now with Slavia Prague, I mean, and yeah, he is a player that could be very important coming into this international break if he can up his fitness, because we have a lot of injury problems defensively. Omar Kori, how Sonko, we are missing those players, and Ibu Toure left back, we are also missing him. You see, and you look at the middle, Ibrahim Adabo, Suleiman Mar, and then up top you see Yanko Minte. So there is a list of players, a host of players we are not gonna be available. Who's not gonna be available for Tom during the international break. Hopefully some of them may return before that, but yeah, it is not it's not looking like that yet. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that was it for the midweek recap. Let me know who impressed you the most this week. Which player, which Gambian player. I'm sure. I think Silla, Jibril Silla has been the player most talked about. If you look at the Gambian social media channels and stuff like that. But yeah, that was it, guys. That is the midweek Scorpions midweek recap. If you like the video, please consider hitting that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to Jello Football Bantaba YouTube channel. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday. We'll be back tomorrow night to discuss. Actually, I'm already in Friday. Yeah, we'll be back to Friday night GMT to have a camp with space, like we always do on Twitter. But now the space is gonna be, it's gonna change a little bit. The space is gonna be done live on YouTube, stream live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So please watch out for that one. This space starts at 10 p.m. GMT, and we have a very interesting guest this time. The league champions, they are the Banjul. We have their, entourage. They have the president there, the secretary general. They will be on the space, and we'll be discussing more about Real de Banjul, celebrating their achievement, and then looking forward to next season, their preparations and stuff like that. So yeah, please check out the Jollof Football Bantaba for more on Gambian football. We are here for Gambian football. This is Jollof Football Bantaba, the home of Gambian football, guys. So until we come back tonight, I will say goodbye, guys.